Start. Living in New England. Rand McNally's Society for Visual Education Incorporated Filmstrip, A2750-5. Living in the Americas. Living in New England, Revised Edition. In this film strip on the New England states, you will learn about physical features of the land and about occupations of New Englanders, such as fishing, lumbering, farming, manufacturing, and the tourist industry. New England states. New England, total population 10,131,000. It's 6% of the U.S. population. Total area 66,608 square miles. 2% of the U.S. area. And what year is this from? The 6 states in the northeast corner of the United States are called New England. What are their names? When you study the next map, notice where each state is located. I see Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and there's New York. Physical features. When the colonists came to New England, they found that living conditions were different from those of their homelands. Making new homes was not easy. Today we can look back and see what troubled the early settlers. Much of the coast is dangerous with projecting rocks, little islands, and inlets. Some of the coast has shallow water and sandy beaches. In the coastal lowland region of New England, there are swamp areas like this. Many rivers have rapids and falls, which limit their use by barges and ships. Some land is rocky and not suitable for growing crops. Mountains and rocky hills limit farming to valley areas. Forests of tall evergreen trees cover much of the land. Trees cover most of the mountains to the top because the mountains are not very high. Many trees have been cut from the land used for farms. The winters are cold and snowy. Stock is kept in barns near the farmhouse. Summers are pleasant, however, and people from the cities and rural areas enjoy the beaches. Many people feel that New England is a good place in which to live all year. Many others choose New England for their summer vacations. Let us see how these people have made use of this region. Fishing. New Englanders have learned that there are very good places to fish off the coast. The water is not very deep for a long way out from the coast. Shore fishermen can catch a great variety of fish in shallow waters. Lobster fishermen will set out these traps near the shore. This scene is in Back Cove, Maine. At low tide, people dig for clams and other shellfish along Cape Cod beaches. Almost every little bay and inlet is a harbor for fishing boats like this Maine harbor. Larger fishing vessels go beyond the coastal waters. Here there are shallow places, large underwater plateaus, where a great number of fish live. These shallow areas in the ocean are called fishing banks. Georgia Bank and Brown Bank are near New England fishing ports. Farther east, off the coast of Canada, lies Grand Banks, where fishermen from many nations come year after year. These New England fishermen will work long hours at the sea until the ship's hold is full of fish. Boston and other seaports have special piers for the use of fishermen. Lighthouses like this one at Pamaquod Point, Maine, warn ships of coastal dangers. Lumbering. Lumbering was the first industry of the early colonists. New England timber was made into the towering masts of colonial clipper ships. Today, New England has about 13% of the nation's forests that are used for lumber. Lumbermen use New England streams to float logs to the sawmills. At the sawmills, lumber is cut and put into stacks to dry. Northern New England forests supply wood for making man-made fibers and pulp for paper. Farming. New England has only about 1% of the nation's farmland. Most farms are small because of the hilly land and rocky soil. Farm products include hay, small grains, fruits, vegetables for canning, poultry, eggs, dairy foods, potatoes, specialty crops like tobacco and cranberries. Pasture land like this New England field is important to New England livestock farms. New England has many dairy farms to supply the cities with milk. The Connecticut Valley is one of New England's best farming regions. Why? It is famous for tobacco. Cigar wrapping leaf is grown under netting. Vermont is known for its maple sugar. Trees are tapped in early spring. Machines are used to harvest cranberries in Massachusetts bog areas. Farmers have made use of the rocks in the fields by building stone fences around the land. Not all the farmland consists of small farms enclosed by stone fences. In the Aroostook Valley of northern Maine, for example, the fields are large. The soil is suitable for growing potatoes during the short, moist summers. In the early part of the fall, potatoes are dug from the loose soil by machine. Manufacturing and processing raw materials provides jobs and income for many New Englanders. The most important products are machinery, leather goods, textiles, electronics, and transportation equipment. Pulp and paper, metal goods, and processed foods. Soon after settling, the colonists began using waterfalls for power in the mills. Today, textiles and other factories border many rivers, like the Merrimack. Oh, that's Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm pretty sure, no? Or is that? No, I don't know. Let me see. Maybe it's not. The Merrimack. That could be Lowell or Havermead. I don't know. No. More modern factories are being built, such as this aircraft plant in North Haven, Connecticut. Long-lasting building stones are dug from this granite quarry near Bear, Vermont. I've been there. Paper making, printing, and publishing industries employ thousands of New Englanders. New England has many manufacturing cities. Boston is the largest. Ships, trains, and trucks bring raw materials to factories in Boston. The shipment of packaged material goods suggests the importance of trade. Tourist industry. Over 10 million tourists visit New England each year. The tourist industry gives New Englanders their second largest source of income. Vacationers come to see historic sites, beautiful colonial homes, and the rural countryside. New England is a vacation land for those who like lakes and forests in summer. Many people also enjoy the snow-covered hills and mountains in the winter. Tourists visit hundreds of historical sites. This is Plymouth Rock. Yet I see no rock. Autumn colors and covered bridges like this New Hampshire scene also attract many tourists. White colonial buildings along quiet streets seem to say, "This is New England." Questions for discussion. What states make up New England? What are the leading occupations in New England? What conditions made it difficult to farm some parts of New England? Why is New England a popular place for tourists? And now I would like to acknowledge the International Paper Company, Pratt and Whitney Aircraft, Rock of Ages Corporation, U.S. Soil Conservation Service for some of the pictures in this film strip. Distributed by Rand McNally Company out of Chicago. Society for Visual Education Incorporated, SVE. This film strip has been vacuumated for protection against scratches and fingerprints. Vacuumated. I see scratches at the beginning and the end.